guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk everything pregnancy symptoms. So I am currently 33 weeks and so I am going to share my personal experiences with you guys week by week up until 33 weeks. And then after that, I know this stuff. I have worked with pregnant women the last year or so, and I've just known this research for a while. So again, I only know personally up to 33 weeks. So if you guys have experienced anything else or anything different, please let me know. I think this is just so interesting, and not everyone is the same, so everyone has a different experience, and I love hearing everybody's experience. So stay tuned and we will dive right in. All pregnancies are different. That is the great thing about life. No one person is the same. That means we will all experience different things during our pregnancy. I know I have experienced a lot of terrible first trimester symptoms at the beginning of my pregnancy, and my friends did not experience the same things as me, and I was really jealous because I had nausea, I was really tired, achy body, stuff like that, and my friends, they just had like easygoing first trimesters, which is so unfair. So just very different experiences, which again, no one person is the same. You know, it depends on your lifestyle, your genetics, how baby is growing, all of that stuff. So I just wish I had the good experience that they had, but now everything is good, so we can talk about it and laugh about it now. I am going to go week by week and talk about the different, pregnancy symptoms that you might be experiencing that week. Again, it could be very different from what you're experiencing. You could start getting these pregnancy symptoms later on, a different week, but generally this is kind of why you get these pregnancy symptoms is kind of what I'm going to talk about. So like why you're feeling tired, why you're having like low blood pressure, stuff like that. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about different nutrients that you should probably be making sure that you are getting in your diet that week or those multiple weeks, just so that you're healthy. And again, I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. I am a dietitian. I am not a doctor. So again, talk to your doctor about any of these things. If you're experiencing any terrible pregnancy symptoms, go ahead and ask your doctor. Ask your doctor everything. That's what they're there for. So I just am sharing my experiences and working out with some of the pregnancy symptoms that I have seen, I have heard, I talk about with my participants. So, alright, let's get started with week 1. I am going to be like kind of reading behind the camera. It's my cheat sheet. Again, I'm going to go through 40 weeks of pregnancy symptoms and other information, so bear with me. I'm going to try and talk about interesting stuff. I hope at least it's interesting to me. But yeah, if you see me kind of looking over to the side, it's just because I have kind of like general notes on what I'm going to be talking about. So the first pregnancy symptoms right away, week 1, would be like cramps, bleeding, sore breasts, mood swings, etc. More like when you're on your menstrual period, those kind of symptoms. This can be because doctors calculate your due date from the first day of your last menstrual period. So week 1 begins with the start of the last period you have before you conceive. A little confusing, but bear with me. That is why you probably have menstrual cycle or menstrual symptoms. So the first 2 weeks are known as preconception stage. So you are technically not pregnant at this stage, but it is still important to make sure you are feeding your body with the right nutrients, taking care of your body with physical exercise to help with the ovulation and conception phases. Ensure you are getting enough folic acid in your diet. It helps with birth defects, They are found in lentils, dried beans, peas, and whole grain foods, like whole grain bread. And so I did make a video about all of the different nutrients that are important to have during your pregnancy. And if you are taking a prenatal vitamin, this is a great way to stay ahead of those missing nutrients that you might have. So a lot of prenatals have folic acid, which is great. And this is why we recommend trying to take them at least 3 months before you conceive so that your body is, full of those great nutrients. You can also get folic acid from food sources, which again is what we recommend as dietitians, food before supplements. But again, if you don't think that you're getting enough from food, that prenatal vitamin definitely will replenish or replace some of those missing nutrients, which is great. So right away, make sure you are looking for folic acid in your diet. Definitely helps baby in the long run. Week 2, lower ab pain, breast tenderness, slippery discharge, and increased basal body temperature are very common during that second week of preconception, I will say. During week 2, ovulation occurs where the ovary will release a mature egg that travels into the fallopian tube, where it waits to get fertilized with the sperm. Trying to eat more iron foods is really important, especially since women are often iron deficient due to poor diet and blood loss during their menstruation. So, making sure, again, your prenatal vitamin has iron in it. A lot of food sources that are high in iron are lean meat, poultry, green leafy vegetables, and iron fortified foods. So again, try getting it in with your food sources. If not, your doctor might recommend like an iron supplement to help keep up with the iron in your blood, which is really important because it helps send oxygen throughout your body and other great things. So week 3, mild abdominal cramping or light spotting is common. If you are experiencing heavy bleeding or intense pain, again, contact your doctor. I am not a doctor. I am not saying it's okay if you are seeing bleeding. It just, if you don't know if you should call them or not, just call them. Better safe than sorry, especially these first few weeks. The fertilized egg implants into the uterine lining. Protein is a must right now. It helps produce blood and builds your body's tissues and muscles. Calcium is also another thing to make sure to add into your diet to help your baby's bones and teeth grow and stay strong and healthy. So again, crazy to think that baby is growing like human parts, like body, like teeth and muscles and bones, and it's just crazy. Week 4, breast tenderness, heightened sense of smell or taste, fatigue, constipation, bloating, and mood swings. Again, some of these are going to be the same. You're just going to experience it throughout multiple weeks, which is unfortunate. It's not going to be like, week's done and then a new symptom or whatever. It will be a few weeks. Mine, I think I got nauseous starting at like week 8, I think, and it was miserable, but it went for like 6 weeks, so it was quite a ways, and yeah, not just a week, so keep that in mind when you hear all of these symptoms. So, with those symptoms that I just said, this is the time where in week 4 you are getting that at-home pregnancy test. It's coming back positive, which is great, exciting. Many women find that breast tenderness is the sign that makes them start to think that they're pregnant, and that's why they take the pregnancy test. So that's like the big sign for people is, oh, my breasts are very tender. I'm going to go check or do a pregnancy test and see if I'm pregnant. So that wasn't me. I was tracking everything, and we were planning it, so I just was expecting everything. So that wasn't me, but that's exciting. And then drinking enough fluids is crucial early in the pregnancy. It helps with blood flow. So drinking enough fluids is crucial early in the pregnancy. This is just because blood flow increases along with baby's need for more fluids. So staying hydrated is really important. It's important now when you're not pregnant, but also when you're pregnant, you have a baby to keep hydrated as well. So water, skim milk, or whole fruit juices are good options. Week 5, we have mood swings still. Our poor husbands or partners, they have to endure a lot, but so do we. We're the ones carrying the baby. So fatigue, breast tenderness again, and nausea. So week 5 is kind of where nausea starts to kick in. Those hormones are starting to affect your body now. So your body's starting to see what pregnancy is all about. Week 6, so morning sickness, heightened sense of smell, food cravings, and aversions. I didn't really have any food cravings, or I still don't have any food cravings or aversions, really. I guess I didn't really want to eat protein foods or like anything healthy, I guess. It just sounded disgusting to me and made me want to throw up, so I guess that is an aversion. But I didn't really eat protein before, like a lot. I know it's bad, but so that wasn't really different. But with my nausea, it was so bad I couldn't, get over it. So I just talked to my doctor, and they did prescribe me Unisom, and that really helped. Again, talk to your doctor, but just know that if you are feeling ill and you just can't eat and you might be losing weight and you're miserable, tired, all of the above, just talk to your doctor and they might recommend a prescription for you, and it might help. It might help you eat, which we don't want to lose weight when we're pregnant because it's not good for babies. So, and other ways to help with the nausea are consuming ginger, eating small, more frequent meals. If you eat a big, large meal, it's going to be overwhelming. It's going to make you nauseous. You're not going to want to eat. It's just going to be a bad idea. So, do like the smaller, more frequent meals, like 5 to 6 small meals throughout the day. That's a good idea. Avoid triggering foods, avoid strong smells, and drink liquids between meals so you don't fill up while drinking, all of these liquids and not eating actual food. Just drink the water or milk between meals. Rest is another one. If you're overtired, that can really make your nausea even worse, which is hard because you're tired anyways, and it's just it's a hard balance. And then also when you take your prenatal vitamin, that can also affect things. So I was taking mine in the morning because that's when I take all of my pills, and that really affected me. I was nauseous all day, and so I started taking it at night, and it worked wonders. Because you're going to bed, I take it right before bed, go to sleep, don't notice anything, wake up, feel fine. So try that if you are feeling nauseous. Week 7, frequent urination. I had this really bad. I have had this basically my whole pregnancy, which is really annoying. I hate having to go to the bathroom so much, and it's you feel like you really, really have to go to the bathroom really bad, you can't hold it, and then you go and it's trickle, you're done. TMI, but nothing really comes out, and it's a big buzzkill. It is not fun, and not fun. So the reason behind the frequent urination is due to your HCG hormone that increases fluids in your body, making your kidneys work hard to eliminate the waste, which will then cause the growing uterus to compress on your bladder. So there's a reason behind it. It's just annoying and not fun to deal with, especially if you're running errands or doing something and you have to go to the restroom every 5 minutes. It's not fun. Week 8, bloating, frequent urination, mood swings, breast tenderness, nausea, fatigue, headaches, all of the above. Week 8 was where I hit rock bottom. I was feeling miserable. I didn't want to do anything. I just was not fun. And this is when we told my parents and his parents that we were pregnant. So I was glad we told them because I was really not feeling good, so I didn't have to fake it anymore after that. And headaches can be caused by hormonal surges. So again, those hormones, those pregnancy hormones really do a number on your body while you're pregnant. Week 9, constipation, gas, nausea. Hormones during pregnancy can change the motility of your intestine, leading them to move more slowly than usual. The more baby grows, the more your digestive slows down. Foods high in fiber, like beans, vegetables, fruits, nuts, whole grains, can help with constipation. So, including those in your diet, 1 is very healthy for you, 2 has fiber, which will help with the constipation. And gas can be caused by these foods. I know gas is a huge thing during pregnancy, very normal. This is just because higher progesterone in your body, it helps relax the muscles in your body, including those intestinal muscles. So really, it's common, and it's embarrassing at sometimes, but completely normal. Every woman, I know every woman goes through this, so you are not alone. Okay, week 10, you're starting to get glowy skin. Some people do get hormone-induced acne, like me. That was not fun. Everyone was like, oh, you're going to get such glowy skin, like blah, blah, blah. No. I had acne like crazy, and it was not fun. I was waiting for this glowy, like, upgrade, and no, that did not happen. I had acne everywhere. And then your breasts are starting to get bigger, and your belly is starting to get bigger too at this stage, which is very normal. It is kind of weird at the beginning. Your belly's not really showing, and you're like pregnant, but like not really showing. So like, it's just an awkward phase. But week 10 is where things start to grow. We definitely want to try eating more whole grains, fruits, vegetables, protein, at least twice a day to help support a healthy diet for you and baby. And again, this isn't just at week 10, it's throughout the whole pregnancy. Try working on that the best that you can. Again, the nausea, the tiredness, all of these symptoms can affect your diet, so work as hard as you can to eat the best that you can, the healthiest that you can, but again, no one is perfect, and you are taking a prenatal vitamin, which does have a lot of great nutrients in it, so don't stress out about it, but again, don't just go, crazy and eat whatever you want, whenever you want, and just not include these healthy things. So that's my little spiel. Week 11, you're starting to get more aches, cramps, clear and creamy discharge. Round ligament pain can be mildly uncomfortable. I didn't know what that was, but mine was kind of in the middle. At times it would be like really bad, but for the most part it was subtle, it was mild. I didn't really know what it was at the time. Again, like I said, I just thought I was just it just didn't feel right, but I talked to my doctor, and then they let me know that it was round ligament pain, which again is very normal. You're starting to build this belly that your hips and your round ligament are trying to support. So the discharge is your body attempting to clear bacteria, which is completely normal. Again, when I saw that, I was a little nervous. I was like, am I supposed to be having discharge right now? Like, no one told me like I was going to have this, but completely normal. Week 12, you're going to start getting visible veins, more common in those with lighter skin, just because you'll be able to see your veins more with that more pale complex. This is due to the increase of about 50% in blood volume. That's a lot. That's a big increase in blood volume. Week 13, dizziness. You're getting towards the end of that first trimester, which is really exciting. Most early pregnancies are starting to diminish, might get dizzy due to hormonal shifts, reduced blood flow, and lower blood pressure. You can help this by staying hydrated and changing positions slowly. So don't stand up really quickly, don't move over really quickly. That can cause you to get dizzy. I personally did experience dizziness a lot, and again, I was like, hadn't heard of it or didn't think it was common. I was like, oh no, something's wrong. Again, it's normal, but if you are worried, just talk to your doctor. That's what I did, and I asked them. I was like, is there such thing as too many questions? Like, I feel like I'm bugging you, but I'm a first-time mom, so I don't really know. And they are like, it's completely normal. We don't care. It doesn't take them that long to respond to me. So, again, word to the wise, there's never too many questions. Like, you're fine. Just always ask if you don't know. So, week 14, you have increased appetite, renewed energy. I felt like a new woman in my second trimester. Like, that was the best trimester ever, and everybody told me that. They said that the second trimester is the best. You start to get your energy back, appetite back, kind of acting like normal again. You're just starting to get a belly, which it was great. It was great. Yeah, it was very nice to me. I felt great. I could work out and eat healthier food. I felt better. I could eat better. Like, it was great, and everybody said it would. I was not a fan of vegetables at the time for that first trimester. They just made me so sick. I did not even want to look at them. But now in the second trimester, I was able to start eating them more. So it was it's great. It's great. If you're in the first trimester, wait till you get to that second trimester. You will feel like $1 million. You really will. So for week 15, stuffy nose, leg cramps, and sensitive gums. Relaxin is a hormone that loosens your ligaments, which is why you might feel clumsy at this stage. And I will tell you, I really did feel clumsy. Like, I was like, what is going on? I feel like a deer, that's trying to get used to its legs. I don't know why I thought that metaphor, but really, it feels so weird. And again, it was like, am I sick? Is this okay? Yeah, it's normal. And I didn't know if it was because I was starting to work out again. My body was trying to get used to that, but just a typical pregnancy symptom. And then stuffy nose is due to an increase of blood in the mucous membrane. Again, I was like, oh, I'm getting sick. I'm starting to get a stuffy nose, all of this. And then when I was at my appointment with my doctor, they noticed I was like sniffling a lot, and they're like, that's another symptom. So many symptoms, every little thing. Especially as a first-time mom, you kind of like overanalyze and you get a little worried. So yeah, that's why I was always asking my doctor if this is okay. Am I okay? Is baby okay? Usually the answer was yes. So week 16, nipples, inner thighs, armpits, and your navel start to darken. I will agree, all of these things happened, and I was like, oh boy, here we go. Try decreasing the amount of saturated and trans fats, like, foods that are baked or fried, butter or whole milk. Just try limiting how much of those things you're consuming. That's really important at this stage. And drinking less sweetened beverages will also help you feel your best. So again, you're in the second trimester. I would recommend trying to work out as much as you can at a healthy amount. Eat the best that you can. Just because once you hit your third trimester, it's kind of going to feel like your first trimester, just not as bad in a different way. So, fair warning. Week 17, backaches, pregnancy brain, that brain fog. These are due to those pregnancy hormones again. So, just lots of things going on that our partners or husbands or boyfriends, they just don't understand. So, if they need, they can watch this video and you can show them that it's very normal to have mood swings and, pregnancy brain, and a lot of women have it. So it's not just you if they are getting on your case about forgetting something or yelling at them for nothing. Very normal, and you are totally fine by doing it because you're carrying a baby, so it's all good. This is getting long, I'm sorry, but it will kind of pick up because towards the end, all of these weeks kind of are similar. So, week 18, baby kicks. your breasts are starting to increase in size, weight gain, and some people, their foot size increases. I haven't really noticed mine increasing yet. My shoes still fit, but I have heard this is true, which is crazy. Your belly is starting to show more and more, making it look like you are actually pregnant, which is, nice. You don't have people assuming whether you're just, gaining weight or if you're pregnant, or just assuming. Breasts are getting bigger to help you prepare for making milk, which is great. And you are now gaining 1/2 pound to 1 pound per week, now until delivery. So it's about to get crazy. Week 19, heartburn, gas, constipation. Pregnancy hormones can relax the muscles of your lower esophageal sphincter, and it's best to eat smaller meals, stay upright after eating, drink small amounts of liquids with meals or just between those meals, take a walk after eating, avoid acidic, greasy, or spicy foods. These are all things that you can work on to help with that heartburn. Heartburn is terrible. But again, I haven't had much of it, but when I do have it, it's terrible. I never really had it before I was pregnant, so I didn't know what to expect, and I've only had it a couple times. Some people have it their whole pregnancies, so if you have that, I feel bad for you, because this is miserable. And it's just after eating a random spicy food that, hasn't affected me before. So, but yeah, doing those things can really help decrease the heartburn effects. You might still get heartburn, but that can really help decrease the amount of times you get the heartburn. With constipation, the baby is pressing against your intestines, and that is why it is causing that constipation. And again, like I said, for this pregnancy, I've had terrible gas. And again, it's normal. And it's just because of that increased progesterone levels that relax the intestine muscles. So just don't freak out too much that you're going to be gassy during a pregnancy. Again, it can be like the food that I'm eating. It can be other causes and not just pregnancy. So some women might not have gas, but more than often, you're going to have gas during your pregnancy, and you're just going to have to get used to it. It's just a normal thing in life. Week 20, leg cramps, dry eyes, trouble sleeping. This is when you start to have issues sleeping. It's not fun. I was also having terrible leg cramps, and I was scared to stretch out because I was scared I would get like a Charlie horse or something like that. Making sure that you're eating foods that are higher in magnesium, like dark leafy greens like kale, spinach, broccoli. Those things can really help with the cramping or like muscle spasms and stuff like that. Or you can take a magnesium supplement, but again, talk to your doctor before doing that. And yeah, you're just starting to get more uncomfortable, baby's starting to get bigger, your body's starting to ache more, just having trouble sleeping is going to be part of the norm, which is not fun. I hate saying that. I hate saying, good luck, you're not going to sleep a lot, because you really aren't, but try to make the most of it. Try to find a sleeping pillow that is very comfortable, fits your body, and lets you snuggle it or put it between your legs to be comfy. So that's all I can say on that. Trouble sleeping could be because you have to get up to pee all the time. You're having those leg cramps. You're having babies moving, stuff like that. So there's a lot of reasons why you probably are not sleeping through the night. And then week 21, your round ligament pain is going to increase. I actually had to get a belly band to help lift my belly. I am having a boy, and they say boys carry low, so the belly band really did help us lift and put less weight on my round ligament. So it did really help, but it does increase, the pain does increase at around this week. The increase is because the baby is growing, which obviously can cause that sharpness in your hip, groin, abdomen, as as they stretch to accommodate your growing uterus. So week 22, you're gonna have thicker, shinier hair, fast-growing nails. Some people have dry, irritated skin on the stomach due to the increase in progesterone and your body stocking up on those extra nutrients from your prenatal vitamin. You might see your hair and nails growing fast and strong. I will attest to this. It is pretty awesome. Your hair will grow so long and your nails are going to be thick and beautiful, and they won't be chipping. They're just going to be strong, heavy-duty nails. So it's awesome. Because your stomach is constantly being stretched, it can cause your skin to get dry and itchy. Try eating fish, which is a great source of protein and iron. It's an omega-3 fatty acid that promotes the baby's brain development. So try including that in your diet, again, throughout the whole pregnancy, but this is just a reminder that it is important to have the fish or the omega-3s in your diet during pregnancy. So week 23 to 27, about the same kind of pregnancy symptoms. So leg cramps, brain fog, increased vaginal discharge, stretch marks, trouble sleeping, itchiness, hemorrhoids, fingers starting to tingle, snoring, lower libido. All of these things just kind of slowly come on throughout these next few weeks, from 23 to 27 weeks-ish. Snoring is caused by nasal hypertrophy, which means the walls of the nose are too large, causing nasal obstruction. So obviously you're going to start snoring then. I snore all the time. My husband hates it. I never really snored before, and it's kind of embarrassing because sometimes in the middle of the night I'll catch myself, and start coughing, and then I'll start laughing because it wakes me up. It's a little embarrassing. Again, very normal. And tingly hands and fingers can be due to normal swelling and fluid retention. Discomfort, anxiety, leg cramps, frequent urination, those could all be due to or causing the trouble sleeping like I talked about earlier. And hemorrhoids are itchy and swollen veins that pop up in the rectum because of increased blood flow and pressure. This can get worse with the straining that often accompanies constipation. So I have not had this yet. Thank God I have not had this yet. I do get scared I'm going to get it because they just don't sound that nice. So I just don't want another thing to deal with. So I'm hoping I can avoid that. High fiber diet, kind of like I talked about before, and plenty of fluids can really help with hemorrhoids, as well as ointments and baths. Week 28, you're going to start getting more exhausted, uncomfortable, aches and pains, just starting to get closer to that third trimester. At week 29, leaky breasts and increased blood pressure. So blood pressure rises after 28 to 32 weeks. Yellowish colostrum may leak from your breasts. This serves as a precursor to mature breast milk and helps baby adjust to life outside the womb. I personally haven't had any leakage yet, but I am planning on breastfeeding, hopefully, when baby comes. And I do want to express a little bit before I give birth so that I have some colostrum milk, again, if I'm able to. That colostrum milk is liquid gold. It is amazing for baby. It has a lot of great antibodies and other great nutrients that help babies. But that can start to leak at this stage. Eating vitamin C can help your body manufacture the connective tissue that repair and maintain vessels. These foods could be like oranges, bell peppers, strawberries, broccoli, white potatoes. There's a lot of foods that have vitamin C in it, but again, you don't just have to start at week 29 to have these things. You can start earlier. This is just a reminder. Week 30 to 31, your stretch marks are starting to show a little more if you have them. If you're lucky enough to have stretch marks, I am. Again, I know people say that they love them. They're battle wounds. They show how strong they are, and stuff. It's hard to see. It really is. Personally, I'm having a hard time with it. I've been doing a lot of stuff to try and prevent it, just like a lot of belly creams and stuff like that. But I still unfortunately have some like on my lower belly and my side. It's just discouraging. But again, it's very normal and a lot of women have it. And it's genetics usually. So I can't be too mad about that. I did get some stretch marks. So again, it's okay. It's just not, I was trying so hard to prevent it and it did not happen. So that's why I'm a little bitter about it. And then during these weeks, those first trimester symptoms start making their way back. It's really unfortunate. Your breasts become more tender, you're starting to pee more often again, and you are just extremely exhausted. And again, I can attest to this. I have been so exhausted. It's pretty miserable when you have to go to work. Week 32, Braxton Hicks. I have not had these yet. My doctor always asks if I've had these. I don't think I have. From what they described, it's like a tight feeling in your lower abdomen, and it's about like 30 seconds to 2 minutes long. They say it's not painful like regular contractions, but it is like uncomfortable. So again, I don't think I've had it. I just think baby's moving, but maybe it is Braxton Hicks. I don't know. Braxton Hicks are just practice contractions to get your body ready for those real contractions. So, I mean, you're at week 32, so you still have a few more weeks, you know, until you hopefully give birth. So, it's just getting your body ready for those actual contractions. Week 33, I am currently 33 weeks pregnant, and my symptoms are mainly I'm just really, really tired. And then I've been having shortness of breath, and a little bit of discharge, some heartburn, which I've heard if you have heartburn, then baby has a lot of hair. So I want baby to have a lot of hair. So I will deal with the heartburn if my baby has a lot of hair. It'll be worth it. Other than that, I'm not in like any pain. It's just my belly is really big right now. So I would use my belly band, and it does help support that. Oh, and I am starting to get nauseous again, which is unfortunate because I thought I was over that stage. It's not as bad as my first trimester, but some food just doesn't sound good to me. I do have to eat smaller meals just because I can't eat a lot now. Right now, my belly is so full. I think that it just can't hold a lot at once. So I eat just smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day, which is perfectly fine with me. Week 34 to 37 is typically when baby will start to drop into your lower pelvis, and this will take pressure off of your internal organs, which will help you breathe easier, which I cannot wait for. Again, I'm not having that bad of trouble breathing, but you can tell sometimes, like walking upstairs, it's just harder, and I'm out of breath, which I'm always like, oh, I'm so out of shape, but I'm carrying a baby, so I gotta remember that. Pelvic discomfort can be caused by baby's new position and increased abdominal pressure. So again, baby's moving around, which will cause a little bit of pain, you know, very normal. Getting there, guys. So week 38, some people lose their mucus plug. This blocks the opening to your cervix to protect baby from germs. This usually happens a few days to a few weeks before labor. It's a thick pink or like blood-tinged discharge. Try to continue to eat those 2 servings of calcium-rich foods each day, like milk, yogurt, calcium-fortified orange juice, winter squash, salmon. Those are just examples. But again, this will help baby have strong bones, strong teeth. It will also help you, you know, you are eating those as well, and you're sharing the nutrients. So it'll also help you stay strong and healthy as well. But again, you don't have to wait till this week, till the end of pregnancy to start those foods. Try to get those closer to the beginning. This is just a reminder. Week 39 to 40, your water breaks usually around this time. You will likely experience insomnia, swelling, frequent urination, and discomfort until baby arrives, which hopefully is no longer than 40 weeks. Hopefully you go around 40 weeks and you don't have to wait around for baby a week or 2 after your due date. That would be unfortunate, but again, baby will come when baby wants to come. As long as they're happy and healthy, that is all that matters, right? I'm saying that to myself just in case I have to go past 40 weeks, but I'm just eager to meet my little boy. Again, this is a lot of information, probably some boring stuff, but I did want to go week by week just to share some tidbits, some different pregnancy symptoms that you might have not have heard of because you haven't experienced it yourself. But maybe this is helpful to know that other pregnant women are going through this, and if you have another pregnancy after this one, you might be experiencing these symptoms. Not every pregnancy within your own pregnancy, lineup is the same. You might have an easygoing pregnancy this time and then a not so easy one next time. I hope that's not true for anybody, but I have heard that is kind of how it works. So again, a lot of information. I am not a doctor. I just want to make recommendations for foods, making sure that you're getting those healthy nutrients, healthy foods throughout your baby's, cooking process during pregnancy, and I want you to stay healthy as well so that you can carry on a healthy pregnancy for baby and not stress baby out. Remember, some of these are just symptoms that you might not have, and there might be some that I haven't put on here that you're experiencing. And again, if you are concerned about any pregnancy, do not reach out to me. I am not a doctor. Reach out to your doctor and they will definitely help out. I know I have asked my doctor a million questions and they have been wonderful and answer every single one for me. So again, I am planning on doing like a baby room tour, maybe like a hospital bag, kind of like get ready with me because I don't know what to pack. So I might pack some stuff and see if anybody can help, tell me that I'm packing too much and all of that stuff. But I am planning on doing a few more videos about my pregnancy, maybe like food prep, meal prep. I want to do some freezer meals just to prepare for those busy days when we have a newborn at home. I still want to eat healthier food and not just get takeout all the time. So again, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry this was so long, but I hope you got something out of it. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me in the comment section. I am more than happy to help out. Thank you.